Need an affordable wireless system for your camera? That's coming right up. Hey everyone, my name is Rick Cordero. Welcome to RunPlayBack, where we help you with video and tech tips to lead a more efficient and affordable lifestyle. Let's be creative and save money at the same time. Today, we're checking out the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro, a device that allows you to transmit an HD signal wirelessly from your camera to a field monitor. I'll discuss the features and let you know whether the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro is worth the price. And just a reminder, my goal is to always be unbiased and transparent with my opinions. This video is not endorsed or sponsored by Hollyland, so let's get to it. A few months ago, I reviewed the Mars 400S, which was a definite upgrade from the 300. Its best feature at the time was the multiple wireless video transmissions you could provide on set. The Mars 400S Pro expands on the previous feature list with a few key upgrades. As a video producer, I like to have a compact, portable director's monitor with me at all times. Having an extra set of eyes on the screen is always beneficial, whether that's a client or someone on my crew, and the Mars 400S Pro provides that capability. So here's what I like. The 400S Pro has a much better build than the 400S. It's encased in a metal body and sits horizontally, giving it a more streamlined look. It also has an integrated shoe adapter with the 1/4-20 mounting thread. The shoe adapter knobs are color-coded and wide enough to tighten with a good grip. The two antennas sit on top of both the TX and the RX. Like its predecessor, it features a bright OLED display and is powered by an L-series battery. It also has a DC adapter and a USB-C input, which can be used to charge the battery. The HDMI and SDI ports are located on the back with a push-button on-off switch that makes it much more difficult to accidentally shut off. There's also an internal fan with multiple modes. I wasn't even sure why it needed a fan until I saw that it could take a DC input of up to 16 volts, which means you can rig it to a V-mount battery. As far as distance goes, I've never really had issues with the Hollyland wireless device, and it remains the same with the 400S Pro. So now that we've gone over the specs, let's do a latency test. First, we'll try it with these HDMI cables, and then right after that, we'll test it with the SDI cables and see if there's a difference. First, let's test the latency of the HDMI cables. So as you can see, there is latency. There is a delay. Now your mileage may vary on if this will be a big issue for you, but you could see there is a bit of a significant delay. Now let's test the latency of the SDI cables. So you'll notice there is latency, but in my opinion, maybe it's not as slow as the HDMI cables. But that's kind of negligible. There's still latency. It may not be appropriate for really super critical focus. If you're trying to rack focus to an actor hitting a mark, if the focus isn't critical, then this should be fine. Now for my use, I generally use this just to frame up my subjects, get some idea on my lighting and color, and it's really not necessarily trying to hit specific focus marks. So the 400S Pro is good for my needs. Now let's try the HollyView mobile app. So we'll open it up on this iOS device, hit connect, and now you're connected. Now there is a little bit of latency from the Wi-Fi compared to the direct connection from the SDI cable on the receiver. But that shouldn't be a big deal. Anyone who's connected to the app and using this as a monitor is probably a secondary crew member or doesn't really have to be close to the main field monitor. Now let's take a look at some of the features of the app. Press the screen and you see this menu bar on the bottom. You have waveform, histogram, focus peaking, zebras, frame, magnify, false color, monocolor, and 3D LUT. What's also cool is you could copy your own LUT in here, depending on the camera and the color profile that you're using. The buttons on the side is the camera button to take a still, the video button if you want to record your own dailies, and this is the album button on the bottom to see all your recordings. And then finally, if you don't want to accidentally touch your screen, you hit the lock button and it prevents you from changing any settings. As far as latency goes, I honestly don't see a massive difference compared to the 400S. But at this price point, I can't imagine you would ever reach zero latency. But for what I use it for, it's good enough. Overall, the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro is a solid wireless system that fits slightly above consumer-grade models. It's built tough, it looks like a pro device, and its best feature is, again, the multiple wireless video transmissions you could provide on set. Since everyone has a mobile device, it really empowers your crew to be more active participants during the shoot by providing the critical feedback you need when you're on a tight schedule. So if you're looking for an affordable wireless system that fits your shooting style, then the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro is a solid recommend. If you want to dive into more video and tech tips, click the links on the side and remember to like and subscribe so we can help you save money on tech. I'll see you guys in the next video.